Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
And welcome to it. It is Thursday, 2 o'clock, meaning one thing. Film Chats with D. My name is Dinao, and it's been a really long week, but it's almost the weekend, so don't worry. In the studio today, I've got Hloni. Hi.
Dippy.
Also known as Miss Dippy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Now, you're an actress,
Yes, I
dancer. You are a radio personality. You're a presenter. You're a singer.
Yeah.
You do so much.
I do.
But before we get into that,
Yeah.
how did you get the name Miss Dippy? And why? Why Miss Dippy?
Okay, so I just found the name Hloni just so bleh, you know,
Bleh.
as an artist.
The name your mom gave you is Ba.
I mean, sorry, moms, but you know, and my second name is Dipuo.
Okay.
So what I decided.
Wow, Olu. That's why.
You know,
Oh,
you've
Madipu.
always known, you know. I just decided to just play around with that, you know. A friend of mine was like, "Let me call you Diap," and I was like, "Nah, fam."
Diap.
Yeah, I was like, "No," and he's like, "Dippy," and I was like, "Dippy,
Dippy.
that works." And ever since high school, when I was a dancer, the name just started
stuck.
taking off. Yeah, it got stuck.
Let's talk about high school. Where did you go to high school?
Ooh, I went to high school at the National School of the Arts.
NSA represent.
NSA, hello.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I went to varsity at a school I really hated with my whole life,
Okay.
personally.
Okay.
It was called Boston Media House.
Okay, no, we'll get into that. Let's talk about the National School of the Arts.
Okay,
What
okay.
did you do at the National School of the Arts?
I studied drama. Yeah, but I was known more as a dancer
At NSA.
at NSA.
You were Miss Sierra, actually. Because you're the need.
I was.
And you did drama for 5 years.
Yeah,
How
I
was
did.
that?
You know, I feel very conflicted with that question. It's like a catch-22. I mean, I enjoyed part of it. The rest I hated. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Which
what
parts
am I
did you hate?
doing?
Because I actually had Merika on the show last week.
Yeah.
And I also asked her the same question.
Yeah.
How was NSA? And she was like, oh, I hated it towards the end.
Yeah, me too. Towards the end, I think because we also just started knowing ourselves as individuals, and they just made us study too much stage.
Okay.
And I'm more of screen, you know.
So you wanted to do television.
Yeah, I wanted to do television.
That's where you
and I was
see-
just like always on stage, and I was like, oh no.
So you don't like theatre?
I really
Let's
don't
get
like
that right. You don't
theatre.
like
I
it.
don't. It's
Reason being?
It just sucks. Like,
You don't like the thrill of like having your
No.
audience watching
Nah.
you and being
No, I
there.
love that.
and-
Listen, I'm a performer, you know.
Yeah.
So when I'm I sing house music, and when I'm on stage, I love that. But when it comes to acting, you know, and having to imagine all that stuff and make the audience, you know, not break the fourth wall.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, all
it's
that
not-
stuff,
It's just
yeah.
no, it's not realistic, and I hate it. Yeah,
And then you went to Boston, which you say you didn't
yeah, for like months.
Yeah.
And then I dropped out.
Why? Why did you drop out?
I just found it so stupid, to be honest. No offense to Boston Media.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was dating somebody who used to study at AFTA.
Okay.
And I already knew what I wanted to do in the industry. So when I went to Boston Media, I was expecting what AFTA had.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, when I looked at the subjects, advertising and blah, blah, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Let me find out more, you know, so I can be inclined. And then I looked at one of the subjects called video.
Okay.
And it was basically everything that AFTA teaches you in a paragraph. So I was like, I'm not doing
Oh,
this.
wow.
Bye.
Okay.
So yeah.
So when you applied to Boston, what were you applying for? What was the course called?
No, when you just go to Boston, you have to study every single thing. You
Oh,
know?
and
so
then you
there's-
pick.
Then you pick radio
Okay.
or advertising
Okay.
or whatever. You know.
Okay.
So I was just like, in actual fact, I don't want to be behind the scenes. I don't want to do this.
You want to be in front
Yeah.
of
So
the camera.
bye, guys.
Yeah. And then you went to AFTA.
Yeah.
And you got a big smile on your face now. Let's talk about AFTA.
It's very nice. It's, you know what, it's just like NSA, where they throw you right in the deep end and you must just find yourself.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a big personality or you're not confident in yourself, don't bother, because you're just going to feel constantly attacked or overshadowed, or
Yeah.
like nobody cares about you.
Sure.
So it's just about you knowing yourself, what you want, your craft, respecting it.
Yeah.
You know, and AFTA's very nice personally for me.
You just said respecting your craft.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Okay, I'm going to give you an example.
Okay.
A lot of the people in our industry right now are social media people who are acting. So you've never studied
Yes.
this thing that you're doing.
Yes.
You're just doing it because you think it's easy. So
Uh.
that's, to me, disrespecting something that I've personally studied and that
Yes.
I've personally tried to understand, you know, and find
Yes.
deep emotion within.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is respecting a craft, you know,
Mm-hmm.
spending your time constantly being in, you know, a class, learning how to play the keyboard or
Yeah.
a piano, you know,
Yeah.
learning how to, you know, play a violin, you know, like
Sure.
just learning constantly.
learning.
You know what I mean? And then even after that, you know, teaching people about it or doing it in your free, you know, you end up doing it in your free time when you're just chilling with friends.
Yeah.
Drinking. You start
Yeah.
doing these things. So I think that's what respecting your craft is. Yeah.
And where do you, because you said something about people in the industry, their social media, whatever.
Yeah.
Now you studied the craft.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the importance of studying.
Right.
Yeah, the craft that you do. How important do you think that is?
You know, education is so important. I realized that I used to have a self-titled TV show where I was a presenter, and that's when I realized that studying whatever it is that you want to do is so important.
Yeah.
Because like I said earlier on, you become inclined. Nobody can come and take advantage of you. I mean, let me just give you an example with music. If you studied this, you'll know the business side of it, the marketing
Yeah.
side, the PR, you know, how to produce, you know,
Yeah.
the softwares, you
Yeah.
know, that there's just like a vast of things that you know, end up finding out. And that's why I think it's so important to study what it is that you want. Because nobody can ever play around with you, hey,
Yeah.
because you know
Yeah.
what's going on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
After you graduated, which year?
2016.
2016.
With Shakano in the same class.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We were like, eh.
And let's talk about some experiences. What were your highlights, your fun times, and all of that?
Wow. I always came out best performer.
Oh,
Always. Every week, you know, and because they used to make us
did you guys have a
perform-
task every
yeah,
week?
every
Okay.
week you have to perform. You know, third year, first year, second year, you have to do this if you study music. So I always.
So you studied
I
music.
studied music. At
Oh,
AFDA.
not acting.
Definitely not acting.
So so that's
I
what
would
live
never do
performance
that.
is at
Yes.
AFDA.
Well, live performance is stage acting and screen acting, and then there's live performance music.
Oh,
musical performance.
okay.
So, and the musical performance is not in a set of we're going to dance and sing and act. No,
Yeah.
it's just music.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like contemporary music.
Yeah.
And yeah, I studied that, and I always came out top performer. Until this day, they still like reference me when they teach.
Oh, wow.
It's actually very weird because I used to fight a lot with the teachers, and that's because I always broke barriers.
Yeah.
And I like taking risks. I
Yeah.
don't like following the rules.
Yeah.
I once got on stage pretty much naked, you know.
Pretty much
But
naked.
yeah, but I had a narrative to what I was singing about,
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
made
yeah.
sense. I didn't
Yeah.
just go there and be like, "Yo, look at my body,"
Gemabona,
you know. And they laughed it. I
Yeah.
thought they were gonna like tell me to get the hell
Dressed
off
and
stage.
yeah.
But wow, it was like the highlights.
Yeah.
You know, I remember I don't know if I'm allowed to mention other stations.
I
No?
don't.
Okay, let me know. I had an interview and a performance on another station along with Shakana. And
Yeah.
she's like, guys, this chick just got naked on stage.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody could believe it. And
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, let's do this.
So talking about breaking boundaries, you love breaking boundaries clearly.
it, yeah.
What boundaries do you still want to break that you feel like you haven't broken yet?
Oh, that's a beautiful question.
Thank you very much.
In South Africa, I feel like we've lost our essence in music.
Okay.
I feel like we don't stand for what we used to stand for. And this new era of freedom has just somehow swept under the carpet where we come from, you know, with our generations, which I find very disrespectful. And therefore, we are conforming to what's around. Like, we're just doing trap to what's international. We're not doing our own thing and taking it out there.
Sure.
So therefore, I want to break barriers. And well, the people that I look up to are Brenda Fassie and Lebo Matosa. A lot of people would know that.
Yeah.
And they're the only people that I know who broke barriers and made
Yes.
sure that our genres were taken overseas, you know, without conforming to what's overseas. So that's definitely what I want to play around with my music right now and just take it that side.
And between music and acting,
Music.
I'm not even
Don't
done
even
with the
finish your
question. But you've done a lot of television
I
debuts.
have. Oh my gosh.
And-
Like so much.
So you don't like acting.
I'm not going to say that I don't like acting. I
Because you're good at
appreciate
it.
Thank you. I appreciate it, but I prefer music. Yeah.
Over acting.
I write my own music, I perform my own music, I sing my own music, I dance to it. Whereas acting, I'm given a script and now I have to.
But you can when you get a script, you can often
Yeah, you can play around.
you
with
can
it.
play around with the character, play around with the lines.
But I prefer music. It's like, dude, there's like an energy that's crossed over
Yeah.
to your body.
Yeah.
You know? And
No, I feel you.
I love the way it makes me feel.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So when was your first television debut in acting?
I think 2013. I did Aspire or Sestopla, one of the two.
Yeah.
And that was a featuring role.
Uh-huh.
And then I just got features and features and features.
Sure.
And then eventually, after my presenting gig, like literally a month later, I jumped straight into Rhythm City.
Okay.
From Rhythm City, I went into The Imposter. From The Imposter, I went to Single Girls.
Yeah.
And it was now not featuring roles. It was like supporting or a lead.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I'm the face of the new ABSA chat banking thingy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah, like...
How did you get into acting after the National School of the Arts? Did you get an agency? Did you?
No.
How did you do it?
I just got an agency last year. That's the weirdest thing in the world.
What?
I
You've been
swear.
rolling without an agency.
I've just been like, what up? You know?
Yeah.
Like Urban Brew would come to me and, give me a proposal. I'll think about it, be like, okay,
Yeah.
Or some other channel. But I know Mandla In is the first person who approached me and said, Joe, listen, oh no, I shot something of his, a video, and he loved it. And he's like, please get on my show. And I was like, yeah, sure.
Which show was this? Top
Says Top Line.
Says Top Line.
And
Okay.
then it took off from there. Yeah.
Out of all the characters that you've played, which one is your favorite, and why?
I really can't answer that.
Yeah, why?
I've really enjoyed all the characters I've played, all of them. Yeah, I've really enjoyed all of them. But the highlights were Single Girls, Kia, The Imposter. I was a schoolgirl,
Okay.
a 16-year-old, and I'm 26. So
Yeah.
it was quite weird. And this is just like now. And then, Rhythm City. I loved Rhythm City.
Yeah.
I loved my character, Palisa. She went through the most rape,
Yes.
stealing
I want to
people's
talk
men.
about that.
Yeah.
Your character on Rhythm City was a very, very emotional one and very.
No, before she was a BH.
Yeah. No, before she was, but then
Yeah.
she, went through something,
Yeah.
and I want to talk about your characterization,
Yeah.
because I mean, at the time you weren't going through what she was going
Definitely
through.
not,
How,
yeah.
how did you tap into that character?
Let me tell you something. At NSA, I was always told I'm a terrible actress.
Really?
Yeah, I had a teacher called Mwale who always used to tell me, you suck, blah, blah. And I was like one of the lowest.
Yeah.
But I would listen to a lot of the things that they would teach us.
Yeah.
And then I went out. Oh, no. Yes. Sorry. I've been on so many shows, actually.
Yeah, you have.
Wow.
Which is like, I'm like, why? Singing
Sorry,
and
I
you can
actually
act.
forgot.
Yeah.
There was a movie I shot, and when we kept rehearsing, there were exercises that we would do. And I learned a lot from that, breathing exercises and stuff. But also, there were experiences that I had been through where I would tap into that or tap into somebody else's experience and sit down and think, how would this make me feel?
Yeah.
How would I react? All those questions, how, when, why, where.
Yeah.
And then I would sit down and just do that immediately. When they say action, I'm there. When they say cut, I'm like, "Ekai drinkiaka." So it was...
That means
I
it
don't
comes
know.
naturally to you.
I would like to thank God.
Yeah.
If that's the case, But I really had to sit down and think about it first, meditate. And yeah.
Which character would you like to play someday?
Have you watched Colombiana?
Yes, I have. Colombiana. It's such a dope
I want
movie.
to play a character like that.
Like a girl that kicks ass.
Just like kicking.
Why? Why that
shooting.
character?
Because I'm a gassy girl. I'm very ghetto and hood.
Yeah.
So I like the shooting things and running and killing people and, just causing
Havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to do that, and especially because I want to become more serious in my characters.
Yes.
But that's even if I go back to acting.
I think you should go back to acting.
No,
We're going to talk about that actually after the break. I'm still chilling with Hloni in the studio. Don't go anywhere, Miss Duppy. BrandLiveRadio.co.za. Film chats with D.
Harnessing the power of talk radio. BrandLive.co.za.
Penang. How are you?
Hi, Tuli. You look so beautiful. Hey, long time no see. What happened to your skin, by the way? The last time I saw you, you had a lot of blemishes and breakouts. It was so terrible, man.
Wow, thanks for that, Penang. Luckily, I discovered DMK. Have you heard of DMK?
DMK? Who are they?
DMK is a paramedical skincare brand that specializes in all skin conditions. Would you like their number?
Yes, please.
I know you're not good at numbers, so let me give you their website address because your skin looks terrible. It's www.dmkskincare.co.za.
Making a bold statement yet blending into the surrounding suburbs of Melville, 27 Boxes is a realization of edgy design and practical implementation. A radical departure from the shopping malls of our generation, yet not a return to the high streets of our youth. 27 Boxes showcases the best of a shopping centre set in a garden, surrounded by the bohemian suburb that is Melville. 27 Boxes, shop, play, eat. Live from 27 Boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.
And we're back still chilling with Miss Adipi. It is 16 minutes past 2. Now, before we went for the ad break, we were talking about acting.
Yeah.
And why? Why?
I do know you love acting.
Not that I love acting. It's just that, like, you know when you see, like, raw talent
Yeah.
and you know it.
Yeah.
I feel like you have that.
I think I know I'm a better performer
Uh-huh.
than an actress.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about performing then. You've been nominated for a DMA South Africa,
Yeah.
Dance and Music South African Award.
Yeah.
That is nice. Congratulations.
Thank you very
How did you get
much.
into that? Let's talk about, like, what did you do? Is it a music video? What are you doing?
No, okay, so dance music awards, it's basically house music.
Okay.
Yeah, so they've
So you do
basically-
house music.
Yeah, I'm a house music vocalist.
Nice.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
not just anything. I'm still like,
Yeah.
But I mean, from ever since I left high school, I could sing, but I was just always demeaned and told, no, you can't sing.
Yeah.
No, leave it alone. And I'm like, okay. But then I tried it after that. And literally after I left high school, my first single got on radio.
Oh, wow.
And it had a lot of rotation. And it was a house track. And I was like, wow. And then Avi Alman picked it up. I don't know if you know Avi Alman.
No.
Whisper to me, baby, for the time tonight.
Oh,
Yeah. That guy. He's like, yo, dude, let's make a remix for the song. And I was
Okay.
like, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
And he remixed the song. I performed at Spring Fiesta on the main stage
Ooh.
after Mikasa, and they were still like hot.
Yeah.
I've never been so scared, I was like, oh my word. And ever since, it just took off. It
Yeah.
took off, I had Cuba coming in, like all these big house music labels. And that's where I found Da Capo. And Da Capo, Da Capo under Black Coffee.
Okay.
And yeah, that's basically how I became known under basically Black Coffee.
Wow.
So yeah.
So music is your thing, really.
Listen, music is my damn thing.
And dancing.
I don't call it dancing, I call it performing. Yeah, I think
What
dancing's
what is
completely
it about
different.
being on stage that gets you?
I love the fact that I feed off of the crowd's energy and they can feed off of my energy.
Okay.
It's just like a weird cycle that just happens,
Yeah.
that we don't even
bounce
think
off each
about.
other. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
so subconsciously, well, it's a subconscious thing that happens. So
Yeah.
we just like,
Feeding off each other.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I really like that. It's fun. And you make people dance. Do you know how nice it is to know that people, when they're feeling down, they just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
thank you,
Yeah.
And I've gotten countless of messages of people saying, I love your writing skills. They just make me feel so much better about myself. You
Yeah.
know, I love watching you on stage. It makes me feel like I also want to do the same thing. So I'm just like, yeah, cool, no problem.
So we can expect an album, like.
it's so weird that you just asked me that, but you can definitely expect a project coming very soon.
project.
Yeah, a project.
That's what they call it in the industry.
It's
where
a
they don't wanna
project.
give it away.
I don't want to say an album or an EP because it's something that my team and I are still working on as well. So it's a project for now.
So the award, you didn't really answer the question. Are you
Yeah.
nominated for the song that you did the remix for?
I think it's just as a personality, as Miss Dippy on stage.
Oh,
As
okay.
an artist.
So how can people vote?
I think they should go. Okay, I just found out this morning.
Okay.
So I think they could just go on my profile and see what I posted, and they can.
What's your
take it from
profile?
there.
Let the people know.
It's MS
Yes.
underscore DIPPY Mr.
Okay.
B. Yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you.
So, what advice would you give a young girl who wants to be an actress or a singer or a performer or this and that?
It's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not easy. People are definitely gonna look down on you for
Yeah.
like the longest of times.
And like, sorry, before you answer that, when we spoke about acting before the break, you
Yeah.
told us about the teacher that always used to put you down.
Yeah.
And then you told us about the music thing, and you said there was someone that was also always
Yeah.
like bringing you down.
Yeah.
So you've been constantly.
I have. But you
brought
know, Janelle, what
down.
I love about myself is that I'm so confident, you know.
Yeah.
Like you can never break me.
Yeah.
I'm such a strong person inside, and that has just pushed me through.
Yeah.
You know, so and now those same people are like grouping over me, and I'm just like, fam, hold
But
up.
that's how it happens in
Bye.
life, though.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm just like, So yeah.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you,
the
babe.
award.
Thank you very much.
And where do you see yourself? Like, do you see yourself venturing it back into acting, or no? I can't win with you. I can't.
No, Joe. I mean, I'll do it.
You know which role I think you would kill?
Yeah.
Lebo Matosa.
Thank
Like
you.
101%.
Everybody says that. Actually, they call me the new age Lebo Matosa.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think
so-
you could.
Thank you.
So
Well, playing it.
Yeah, playing the
Yeah,
role.
I would definitely like to do that. I mean, I also auditioned for the role they were doing for Brenda Fassie.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I was going to be able to kill that, you know, because ever since I was young, I've always been like
Yeah.
looking at them and observing, you know,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
understanding them. So,
Yeah.
thank you. It means a lot to hear that.
So future ventures?
My projects and going international, you know, putting South Africa on the map. I like, you know, it sounds like I'm just being crazy right now.
Yeah.
But I promise you, in 5 years, you're gonna say, "Anahlonu uchel." You know, that's definitely what I'm working hard towards, because I feel that we are liberated, but we demean ourselves. We are our own enemies.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put everything I can out there. Yeah.
And talking about the industry that you're in, whether it's performing or acting or whatever, there was this whole thing happening about open the media, open the
Yes,
industry
no,
or whatever.
they have
What?
to.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that. What are your opinions about that, and what do you think?
Have to open the media.
Yeah,
They have to. I mean, like, listen, there's the same faces on TV over and over and over again. And these people are old now.
Yeah.
They are old, they're established, they've got enough money in their bank accounts. Now move on, you know? And then help us who are young, trying to work hard, who are still fresh looking.
fresh, fresh
still look
looking.
fresh, babes.
Yeah.
O ka se nke di-makeup stuff, o le monna, wa kgale, wa Sarafina,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Yeah,
no.
No, I hear that.
Like, and I don't mean that in any disrespect.
Of
I
course,
love
yeah.
Somizi.
Yeah.
But I really feel like we are young
Yeah.
and we need that break, you know, because he's on every platform and so much can happen with just one opportunity.
Sure.
The industry closes so many opportunities, Dinao. You don't understand. I'm so passionate about it.
Yeah.
It closes, and the thing is, it breaks down so many people.
Yeah.
So many people. Pro Kid passed away. Right now, only now people are showing him love.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to open up for him again, because he took a break to go find himself, you know,
Yeah.
look after his family, and he came back saying, "Let's do this." But
Yeah.
people were not interested, and it was the people he gave opportunities to.
Yeah.
So it's like this industry.
It's just a lot of drama.
It's a lot. It's a lot of drama. But like I said, you need to have tough skin.
Yeah.
You need to know who you are and what you want, and just carry on with your life.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you
you.
for coming.
Thank you for having me here.
You must come back.
Yeah, I will. If
Please,
you call me,
I will. Thank you very much for tuning in to Film Chats with D. Also, a big shout out and thank you to everybody who's been listening to the show each and every week. www.brandlife.co.za. I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, love, happiness. Film Chats with D. I'm signing out. Bye.
Live from 27 Boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za.